Gate 14 podcast. And if you are listening to this podcast of the time of the recording, actually, we're number one in the nation. Shout out to Gate 14, man. Shout out to all you guys that listen, pump our numbers up. What a week, man. Wilner in the dirt.
Yeah. I mean, I did the numbers. It took 500 days to be the number one podcast in the country. Baseball
and we've
podcast.
Been up there. We've been number two a pretty decent amount of times too, but 500 days, man. We did it. And I mean, we couldn't have found out in better fashion. I mean, I was pretty drunk. We found out. I handed T-Mac the phone. We were in Bowling Green, and I told him to take a picture of us with a dart in our mouth, smoking on that Wilner pack. Yeah, that was the best case scenario of finding out, because we were together. We were both drinking. We could have been obnoxious about it, which we were, but yeah, what a time.
Yeah, I'll say thanks to everyone who listened. Obviously, all the Jays guys who give us their time too. Couldn't be done without them. Helps us be bigger. We're not done yet, though. I'm not satisfied.
Me neither. I'm not. But Swanie did DM me or texted me and said, coincidence that you guys are number one after I come on the pod. So it was a good tire pump for our guy, Swanie, obviously. But funny story about Swanie that I wanted to tell on the podcast. So obviously his wife, I've talked to her a couple of times, lovely lady, she rules. So she listened to the podcast and went on our YouTube and read the comments to kind of see, like, get a gauge for like what the listeners were saying about Swanie and all that type of stuff. And she said to Swanie, she was like, a lot of the people like didn't like the podcast, huh? And Swanie's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she said, everyone in the comment section said that they want to run through a brick wall. And Swanie's like, that's a good thing. That's just the Gate 14 difference, man. I mean, hearing that story is like, man, like she's never heard that before, like run through a brick wall. It's like an insane compliment.
Yeah, it must be nice that she's just off Twitter not to know that's happening. That you told me that story too. Fucking awesome. Good for her for being offline a bit.
Yeah. Especially when you're the wife of a professional athlete. Like, I mean, you definitely got to be offline, especially as 100%, even as like a reliever's wife, like one blown fucking save or anything like that, you're in the mud. But I want to talk about that Bowling Green trip, because I mean, I will say this. I don't know. We don't have probably any listeners in the Midwest. Midwest America is the greatest place on earth. I mean, we got to experience it in Cincinnati, obviously. We got to see that, and we vlogged it, luckily. But that trip, so for those of you that don't know, we were in Bowling Green for work with the owner's box, and then we went to Athens, Ohio. The Bowling Green day was incredible, because I don't think we understand it here, how serious they take their college athletics. So we went to a bar after the game, Broadhouse, Avery, is that what it's called?
Broadhouse, yeah.
Broadhouse. And there was these old dudes there that were alumni of Bowling Green, like old
football team,
yeah. That were like, so this bar is like meant to be a Bowling Green bar, obviously. And this bar was infiltrated with Toledo fans and like Toledo students and all that type of stuff. So they were doing Toledo chants. And this old guy, he has his hat down to his eyebrows, with a dip in, spitting on the floor. He's spitting his dip on the floor, which is one of the craziest moves of all time, by the way. And he is looking at me and Avery and saying, this shit would not fucking slide when we were here. Like, these people would be carried out in stretchers. Like, they'd be dragged out of this bar, these Toledo fans. And I'm just looking at him like, fucking relax, man. I mean, he was like dead ass serious. Like, he was like, they genuinely hate.
At one point I did say, because I heard you talking to him and I wasn't in the conversation, and I wanted to get in on this conversation as well. And I said, this shit wouldn't fly in Canada. That's what I told him. He was like, I know, man, it shouldn't happen here. And obviously that would probably fly anywhere. I don't know any rivalry like that where you're really fighting over.
There's none.
But I wanted to put my hat in there too to see if I could rile this guy up. And at one point he started yelling at people.
Yeah, he did. Like, he started beefing like 20-year-old kids and 21-year-olds. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. But the best part about that was the old guy in front of us who was just pretended he was Steven Jobs. Like, he was just buying drinks and just handing them behind his head to anyone.
It was $2 beers.
It was, yeah, which I guess he didn't really spend that much money, I guess, in retrospect. But like the $2 beers was
He had to
crazy.
have spent $200+ on drinks that were $2.
Yeah, which
But you
is
would
such
just
a fucking power move.
Yeah, you would just tap this guy on the shoulder. He wouldn't even look at you, and he would just toss a beer back. We had probably 15 beers from this guy.
Oh, for sure. Easily. I mean, he bought me so many drinks. We finessed. I mean, his buddies were buying us vodka Red Bulls. Like, and the best part of that story is, so we leave the bar and we get driven home by these two girls or whatever. And one of these girls is like blackout, by the way. This girl ended up pissing herself later in the night, which is fucking the craziest part. And this girl starts beefing this college kid, like legit starts like getting in his ear, chirping him, like calling him a piece of shit. And she's writing checks that we just can't cash. Like, these are young kids. Like, she's writing checks we just can't cash. So our buddy T-Mac, so this guy ends up, and by the way, this guy's face is full of blood already. Like,
and his shirt's ripped. He's wearing like a flannel over top, and it's ripped down the arm as well.
So this guy already got in a tilly. Like, he already got in a tilly.
He got beat up already.
Yeah, and he pulls up to us and starts like threatening me. And listen, I'm not one to pump my tires. I think I'm a big guy. Like, I think like I'm in pretty good shape. I work out every single day. He starts beefing me, T-Mac, and Avery. He's as well writing checks that his ass can't cash. He's blackout drunk. He pushes this girl, like legit full on assaults this girl. And T-Mac, hero boy T-Mac, hops in, starts going fisticuffs with this guy. They're rolling on the floor. And T-Mac gets suck bombed by this guy's buddy, like legit suck bombed in the face. And I see it go down. I run over and legit Oklahoma drill this dude into a car, which was like, honestly, I wish I could live that moment back because that was the greatest feeling of my life. Just Oklahoma drilling a guy. And guy gets pushed off. Like, we're lifting T-Mac off, and these guys are like literally just like everyone's just trying to separate it, drag it. And this guy who just fought T-Mac would not stop talking. Like, I honestly, I wanted to fight him, but I was scared something bad was gonna happen if I like legit got a hold of him because he was blackout drunk. But
T-Mac was the drunkest out of the three of us, probably.
Yeah,
and he did not want to fight me or you. It was just like when
I was moderately, like, I was drunk, obviously, but I was like, I don't want to get after it with this fucking guy. And by the way, if you are a listener and you are that guy, you are that drunk, you are a fucking loser. I hate the drunk people that always like just start confrontations. Like, they just like fighting when they're drunk. They turn into fucking heroes. If you are a listener and you are that guy, you are a fucking loser, and everyone in your friend group hates you. Like, that's what it is.
No doubt.
Like, you are the biggest loser ever, and you should probably stop drinking if you're that guy. Like, if you're when I get drunk, and Avery, I tweeted that video. I just like having fun with the boys. Like, I'm on the bar just singing with the fellas. Just obviously, I do the headlock thing with my buddy.
The headlock thing is bad.
I grab
sometimes.
them and I always tell the boys I love them. Like, yesterday, me and Curtis were just like having an "I love you" off in the Uber. We're just like, I love you, man. I fucking love you, Kurt.
The picture of you and the two Roach brothers when you have them in the headlock is very funny as well. But you do that like once a night, maybe.
So yeah. It's just like bad. That's what I do. Like, I'll tell my boys I love them. Yeah. But I hate those type of drunks. But anyways, this girl ended up we're like dancing, whatever. Like, obviously, I wanted these girls to sober up before they fucking drove home.
America's so stupid. The people there.
Yeah. So Avery, like, they come back. Like, I'm drinking. Obviously, I don't have fucking anywhere to go. I could just keep drinking. This was like 3 a.m. Avery's like asleep on the couch, and this girl is dancing on the bar table, and in piss pants. And I look at Avery, and I'm like, this girl is like, Avery just didn't acknowledge. I said it to Avery like twice. I was like, this girl, am I seeing things? Like, her pants is full of piss. Avery, like, what are we doing here? Avery had no idea. This girl just stayed in her pee-pee pants the entire night, and then they left, thank God. But just America's insane. It is fucking insane. It really is. I've never seen a girl urinate herself and just chill in her urinated pants. It's wild.
Yeah, like, I remember those words hitting my ears, and I remember just looking at you like, I don't know what I can do about that, man. Like, I'm not gonna, there's nothing we can do here. And I just closed my eyes and fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
And then the trip moved on for another night.
Oh, and I will say this. I know we're dragging out the story, but I'll make this quick. We go to this bar. We go to the Athens, Ohio University game. We go to this bar, and by the way, we get right when we get in this bar, everyone is holding styrofoam cups, massive fucking styrofoam cups. They're called the Destroyers, these drinks. And we order like, I think T-Mac orders 3 and it costs $28. And these are massive fucking, like legit massive drinks. And this bar's like kind of packed. They're playing rap and stuff. Like obviously I like rap music, but I wasn't really into it. When you're in the Midwest, you don't want to be listening to fucking rap, okay? So I go downstairs to go to take a piss, and we're in this dive bar. It looks like a dive bar. There's no one there. There's a bartender behind the bar. Mustache, Zinin, shorts, t-shirt. He's chubby, like a kind of a chubbier guy, kind of has a barrel on him. And he is blasting Zach Bryan. And just everyone at the bar singing along. So we just had a good time there in the basement. There was like maybe 9 guys there, and it was just all of us just singing along to like Billy Currington, Zach Bryan, and just having just what a time we had in that bar. It like you said, Avery, it just felt like a couple lads around a campfire just singing along, fucking around. But
I bought 9 tequila shots for $12 at one point.
Yeah, Avery went hero mode, by the way, and bought 9 shots. Nine shots.
The boys were around the bar. There's no one else. It's like nothing better than having a good time with the fellas, and it felt like we knew those guys because we were just having a good time. And then I got iced by a 19-year-old.
Yeah, Avery got iced and then puked it up.
Yeah. I went to the bathroom. I was like, I know my body can't be holding this. It's not going to be good for me. So
yeah. But anyways, that's the story of the Midwest. Awesome
Ohio,
week.
Man. The only state I just get ridiculously drunk in every time we go out.
Yeah.
And it's really cheap, but I still spend a lot of money because I just buy more drinks than I would at the bar.
Yeah. All time. So let's go into some of the listener stuff. I mean, obviously, let's talk about it a little bit. Matt Chapman didn't accept his qualifying offer, obviously. Jays are looking to bring him back. Where are you at with that, Avery? Like, are you okay with bringing Matty Chapsticks back? I mean, man, his numbers after April are so bad, dude.
Okay,
like,
but if
so bad.
Okay, he's where I'm at with it. I'm starting to want him to come back, but the money they're going to give him is a middle of the order bat money, right? And
yeah,
that's just not what he is. Fantastic defender, fucking Gold Glove guy. Of course, going to play some of the best third base in baseball, but he's going to slump. He's been a slump guy his whole career. So if you're able to get another bat that we move Matt Chapman down, but again, I don't think they're going to pay 2 guys a premium to hit in the same kind of spot when I think Matt Chapman could be more successful, move down a little bit. And the ups and downs you're going to get with the bat. So,
it's fantastic. Just I can't take another year watching him take cock
I know,
shots.
but it's like
I can't.
The other options, Jeimer Candelario. Like, how much better is that for this team?
Yeah. I mean, it's not our money. Let me make that very clear. It's not our fucking money.
The money part, I don't care. It's like the player on the team at this point is where I'm at.
Yes. I mean, does he make this team worse signing here? No. But you give him $150, $175 million, and maybe you can't sign another guy because you're on a little bit of a leash. Like the leash is a little bit tighter there with the budget. Do I like it? Fuck no. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I want to watch Chappie take cock shots again and just not be able to catch up to 92 down the middle. I don't know if I can. His defense, I know his defense is good. It's just, God damn it. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could take it, Avery. I don't.
We also have to say goodbye to Adam Simber.
He stinks. No.
Last year he stunk. Like
I'll tip my cap. His 2021 campaign when the Jays had a very bad bullpen, he was like the best guy in that bullpen, was the reason why like they almost made the playoffs.
22 he was fantastic as well.
Yeah, he was good back-to-back years. Last year it was just Packer shit. This bullpen is way too fucking good, Adam Simber. Just Packer shit. I can't deal with it. So
I think he might be okay wherever he ends up this year because I think it was just an injured season, kind of doomed from the start type thing.
Just too good of a bullpen.
Too good of a bullpen. You didn't need him in high leverage. He crushed a ton of innings the year before, right? Like that was his big thing, is you could rely on Adam Simber to give you multiple. But now you had better, more talented arms that could do that, like Bowden Francis, for example.
Yeah.
It was in way less leverage than what Simber was doing. Not that he was in super high leverage before, but I think Bowden Francis is just more skilled, the guy to go often as Simber did. But I think he'll land on his feet. I think he'll have a solid year again. But again, the fit wasn't there for this year. Makes sense that they let him go.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing, so long, Mason McCuck. He's gone. He won't be coming back to the Blue Jays. I think he signed. I want to say the Giants. I don't know where he signed. Padres. Wow, Padres got their guy. Yeah, he's gone. So goodbye, Mason McCuck. He'll probably be a part of a Gate 14 award, probably Random Blue Jay of the Year award, maybe. I forgot what that award was called, but we got to figure that out still, Avery. Is that in a couple of weeks? We got to do that?
That's question number 4 on
okay.
What we have to talk about today.
I mean, we're not answering all 48. I mean, we got 1,000 questions.
We're answering 48. The people made us the number 1 podcast in Canada for baseball. We're gonna answer.
Yeah, no, I'm putting my foot down. I'm not answering 48 questions. Then no one's gonna listen to this podcast. We're gonna get fucking bored as shit about it. So
trust me, I weeded some out to get to 48.
Okay,
these are 48 of my favorites.
Okay,
I actually might have just deleted one. We're at 47, and actually we have some more as well.
Fuck, I'm not. Pick your top 20. But all right,
we're just gonna roll through it.
We'll roll through it. Okay, we'll roll through it. But anyways, man, a couple other things. Jays have a new DeMarlo Hale is back. Really brings me back to like 2015 vibes, man. I mean, obviously he wasn't a massive part of that fucking team, but the Jays are just gonna have the Jays are gonna have that picture of that soccer team with like 500 players. That's their coaching staff.
No, I don't think they have that many guys. They can 2 of them.
They have an associate manager, and then they have an offensive coordinator. And a bench coach.
They can 2 or 3 of the guys they had on the bench before, mental health guys. I think they're just gonna have a normal amount of coaches, unless they replace some of those mental strategy guys as well. But I don't know if I said this on the last one. I need Don Mattingly wearing a offensive coordinator headset, a play sheet, calling plays into third base, a little earpiece action.
Need it so bad. I need it so bad. Congratulations to Don Mattingly on the promotion, I guess. I mean, offensive coordinator for this club. Maybe he'll learn that there's no such thing as a fucking launch angle swing. We didn't talk about that, Avery. Why do these old fucks, and no disrespect, I'm not going to be not ageism.
This was that video was from a couple years ago as well.
It just, okay. I will give him the benefit of the doubt there. Why do these old heads think that there is such thing like that dumb fuck Jeff Fry, who's the biggest idiot loser on the planet, think that there's such thing as a launch angle swing?
Every swing in the world has a every ball off a bat has a launch angle. There's no such thing as a launch angle swing. It's just swinging. Your attack angle is what they're talking about. And your attack angle, they're just trying to lift the ball. That's what they should call it. But you're right. A launch angle swing is just not true.
Doesn't exist. So we'll see. I'm excited to see what happens this year. Obviously, I think there might be a good possibility Matty Chapsticks comes back. I will say it again. I hope he doesn't. Let David Schneider
I've talked myself into it, happy to have him back.
Okay. Let David Schneider cook at third. I'll say it. But yeah, other things, Jays have a new third base coach. The man that the Reese McGuire situation, I think we talked about that with Swanie. Congratulations to that guy on his promotion, even though I don't know. This is the thing. A lot of Red Sox fans comment under our stuff saying they fucking hate him. I feel like every team hates their third base coach.
Yeah, you get a guy thrown at the plate more than twice in a season in an important spot. Everyone's going to hate you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Twitter was up in arm with Luis Rivera as well, but
yeah, Luis Rivera was Thank you for service, Luis Rivera. But Ohtani to Toronto, start the narrative. Saw him at the Brass Rail today. I wasn't there. I was walking past it. People love those tweets, so I'm going to keep firing those off. Maybe see him at Tokyo Smoke tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into the questions.
All right. Question number 1, rank the Jock Nights. Also rank the food provided by Dr. Internet on each Jock Night, because we came from Jock Night Friday.
Yes, we came from Jock Night on Friday. I will say this, Dr. Internet alpha the living fuck out of us on Friday. He paid for the entire fucking bill. So if you're listening to this, Doc, I love you, but fuck you. With all due respect, I love you. He paid for the entire bill, so I'm gonna rate the Jock Nights it had to be one, has to be Danny's Pizza Tavern, obviously, because Doc soaked the bill and the food is obviously number one. Game 2 was the Diamondbacks game, Jose Barrios legacy, and then game 3, in my opinion, was the Red Sox one. Easy.
I'd agree with that. I was only at 2 of the Jock nights, and that was
yes, I forgot you were.
And it was, I forget where I was on Jock Night 2, but Alto took over for me, which was nice.
Yes.
But Danny's Pizza Tavern, what a spot that is, Johnny.
I told you. Listen, I've been saying that's the spot for goddamn months on this podcast, and I'm happy you guys got to see it. The food there, you got to take your girl there. I mean, the food there is insane. It's fucking incredible.
The mozzarella sticks went nuts.
Oh my God, don't even get me started on. I could have just ate those.
Doc ordered 4 separate things of mozzarella sticks, not at the same time either.
That was fucking crazy. But yeah, thank you, Doc.
This isn't that serious of a question. Do you remember where you were when 2B1 turned on 102?
I think that was a day game, I want to say. I watched it live. I was standing up because the Jays were making a comeback, and I remember this. I had Kevin Biggio under bases, so I was hoping that was foul, with all due respect. But yes, I do remember where I was for that instrumental moment. It's a great picture. True RGM fucking rocks. He's funny as shit. One of my favorite guys on Twitter. But yeah, he's the man. But that's a very funny picture. It's so blurry. It's obviously it's like a foul ball.
I mean, it came very close to being a home run. Kevin Biggio.
I'm pretty sure it was debunked that was actually a home run. I think it was.
It was off Felix Batista. He turned on 102. All right. Is there anything in the works to grow Gabe 14 or any changes you guys have thought of making for the 2024 season?
I'd probably say like, a lot of the things are going to keep the same. I think now, like what we're doing, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I mean, we've gotten close with the players, obviously, without even us really doing anything. They just follow us because they like our content. I think, obviously, I'm going to make the announcement now. Pump It Up's done. Although it had a great run, I know a lot of you guys listen to it every time they'd play it at wherever sporting event you were on. You guys send us videos of it. Pump It Up is fucking dead. It's gone with the 2023 season. Obviously, it didn't amount to offense, so we will not be playing that anymore. We got to come up with a new celebration song. And I'm excited to see where we go here. We're going to maybe come up with it in February. But yeah, it's done. All the contents to stay the exact same. Still once the season starts. 2 podcasts a week, obviously. I'll be doing the post-game TikToks after every game like I usually do. And then, yeah, pretty much same thing. Nothing's going to change. It's probably just me and Avery now, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited for next year. Obviously, with how big we're getting now, it's an awesome ride, and nothing's really going to change. I hope. I mean, maybe potentially get a studio at some point soon if we keep making money from this, but obviously that's a little more down the road. But yeah, that's probably like the only thing I would say. Like a goal for us now would be to get a studio.
Yeah, and I think it depends on what we end up doing for work. Somehow turning it into a pregame show would do numbers every game.
Yes,
and that all depends on what happens with work, but. That's the next thing I could see happening is like a pre and post game show all the time. It'd be a lot of work. Would be a lot of work. If we could
figure out, see, the thing is though, what it's lacking is like I want to do something along the lines where we could take calls post game, like a lot. You know how well the Twitter Spaces did. Like if we could do something on the YouTube Live where we could take callers, and if there's a producer out there that can figure that out that wants to work for us, if we could take callers post game and just let it snap it around, no filter, say whatever the fuck you want. Obviously, no stupid shit like racist or homophobic stuff, but like just snap it around and just like hear like the common man's opinion and just go back and forth with people like that. I think that would be very funny, especially with how well you and I work together with that. So that's something that is a plan for next year.
That's like a goal at some point that when we have the time and the resources available, that's
for sure.
I would love to do that. And even like a midday show where we can talk, like if the more we can talk about the Blue Jays, I think the better it'll be for the content. Next one, when are the Gabe 14 awards? Let's come up with this now.
Well, I wanted to do them in like 2.5 weeks. We do on a Friday or something, you know?
We can do that for sure.
Or we could just do it directly after work.
That's probably our better idea.
Yeah, but we need Alto and Curtis too now. I mean, we'll figure something out. But yeah,
the next step is Oh, do we want to talk about the Christmas album a little bit?
Yeah, we can talk about that after we talk about the awards. We gotta start crafting up the awards. I gotta come up. Obviously, I have some funny ones in mind that I've sent you. But yeah, we gotta. I think we gotta have the same amount of awards as next year, maybe a couple more, and we'll be ending the video of the award show with the Gate 14 bar night video that
Nice.
Judah crafted up. But yeah, it's in the next couple of weeks we'll be recording it. It'll probably come out maybe January. We're working on the Christmas album right now, obviously trying to get that done. But I want to
That's such a ridiculous sentence. We're working
tackle
on
one thing at a time. I want to tackle one thing at a time. Christmas album is the main priority, obviously getting that for you people to hear it. It sounds awesome. I already listened to it.
Have you,
yeah.
have you shown anyone else?
No, I showed like Emma Williams, obviously, and then I showed a couple of other those people there. But yeah, no, it's fucking hilarious. The reactions are really funny. But yeah, I'm excited for the people to listen to it. We got to take an album picture for it this week. We're gonna go to the Walmart and take an album picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be. I
Wear.
think the people will be surprised when they hear it. I really do.
My issue is it sounds too good. It's not like funny anymore.
I think that's the funny part, though.
True. We can make it. Yeah.
You know,
you sound too good that it's not like, yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You sound
we'll see
great.
what the people think. I don't care. I don't really care. Like, I'm willing to do any type of content. Like, you can't know if it's good unless you do it, right? So I don't care. Whatever.
No, it's very funny. What is an ideal return if the Jays do move on from Manoah? Value may be at an all-time low, but there is potential there. I'll say a couple things. I don't know the return. I'm not a fucking GM. I would like people who are good in a return for Alec Manoah because I think he can be okay.
Yeah.
If another team is so high on Alec Manoah that they're willing to give up on good players, they're seeing something that this team is not. So I'd be interested to know. I don't think anyone's going to give up good stuff because then, hey, like, let's send you some good prospects here. Then the Jays start thinking, what do other teams have on fixing Alec Manoah that we don't have? Sure, some of the things, locker room, potential issues. I don't know if there is any. If there's locker room issues, they don't like his work ethic, something they see in the building every day. That's why they want to move on from him. But if it's a mechanics thing and other teams are like, hey, I think this is a quick fix, then it should be a kind of blinker going off into, okay, what don't we see with Alec Manoah?
I think trading him would be the dumbest fucking thing on the planet.
But like, so listen to me here. 100%.
Selling low?
100% agree. Like, with assets, to sell low is the dumbest thing of all time. No one would ever tell you to sell low on an asset, right? I don't even remember what my point is. But we should not give up on Alec Manoah. Oh, I remember. What if he fucking sucks even worse next year?
No, then we're fucked. Then we are fucked, Avery. We are royally fucked.
And then he's gonna be cut.
But
he's
what
also
if he's good.
Then we're like, he has to be good.
Yeah. Listen, it's I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, trading him obviously is really fucking dumb. You're not going to get any return for him.
No,
obviously,
it's
like
the most ideal thing to deal with the assets is to trade Kikuchi, keep Manoah. Yeah, from a baseball standpoint, it makes about as little sense as any deal you can make for the team to trade Kikuchi and keep Manoah. So
for sure,
it would be interesting to see how they go about doing this.
Yeah.
Sure. Our first thoughts when we met each other the first time. I'll tell this story. I've told
I remember
before.
This.
So we started the podcast like April 7th or something like that. No, does that make sense? Yeah, I think that was our first episode. It was like an April. It was
because it was a little bit later because of the lockout. Remember?
Yeah. So like April 7th. Johnny and I go to a game. He picks me up like just outside of Georgetown. You were living in Milton at the time. I get in the car. It is pouring rain, and it is like it's kind of cold out. So I get in the car. Johnny's windows are fogged up completely. Like you cannot see anything. We get on the 401, first little turn, express collectors kind of meet. Johnny's like, "Can you grab the shirt from the back?" Like, okay, I'll grab it. He is taking his t-shirt, wiping off his windshield so he can see driving down to the Rogers Center. I knew we were just gonna be fine together. We were gonna figure things out when he did dumb shit like that the first time we met each other. So
Yeah, and speaking about that car, I remember I don't think I told the story last year. So last February of this year, I went to my buddy Chase Adams' wedding. Obviously, I was a groomsman for it, and this car obviously it still didn't have heat. And I get back, it is 2:30 in the morning. 2:30 in the morning at the Hamilton Airport. I turn
I
the
think
car
you
on.
did tell the story.
I turn the car on. I can't see fucking shit. It is minus 1,000 outside. Legitimately the coldest it's ever been. I look to my left. I look to the tire to my left. It is dead ass flat as fuck. I am just having a panic attack. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. What the fuck am I can't see and I can't drive. My tire's dead. Like, it's flat. So I drive with my head out of the driver's window to a gas station, fill the tire that is just dead. Like the tire, obviously, it's broken. There's a hole in it with air. Drive to my ex-girlfriend at the time's house. Stay there. I am shaking. I can't see shit. Like I am legit driving on the road. I'm looking back on this now. Like I can't believe I did this. This is so illegal. I could not see out of my front window. I was driving based off of lights. I was looking, if there was lights in front of me, I wasn't going anywhere near. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking to not get my heating because it was like a $400 fix. So I fixed it. I don't know why I did this, but that car was a road dog, a road warrior. And that just goes show you how fucking stupid I am. That I drove in literally the coldest day ever. No vision and no tire. And I drove. It was bananas. Bananas. That car was fucked.
That's the second time you got driving with your head out of the car.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, if we were to both play in the IBL, who would have a higher WAR?
Me.
It's Johnny. I would have a negative WAR for sure.
Because you can't pitch.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be shit. When is the next bar night? Similar events running throughout the 2024 season. Anything we're thinking about? I would like to do a viewing of a game together, like maybe live pod of a game at a bar at some point.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I mean, especially because we could just we don't have to set really an age limit for it. We can have more people.
I think we could do that opening day. That would be fucking sick if we don't go to the game.
Yeah, that'd be sick too. We could definitely plan something like that. I'm sure tons of bars will be obviously bring fucking business to them, so they'll be 100% down for that. But yeah, we could work something out like that for sure. Like I said, we have like a pretty decent amount of time here to plan some stuff out. So I'm just trying to tackle down the Christmas thing. And then the Gate 14 awards, obviously.
We'll get to 2024 when we get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Who is a Blue Jay we see through rose-tinted glasses? A player that we remember being way better than they actually were. I'll go first. He did win a Rookie of the Year. I thought Eric Hinsky hit 50 home runs every year he played. And I was shocked to learn he hit like 15 every year. I thought he was the best slugger to ever pick up a bat. So yeah, Eric Hinsky, I thought he was way better than he actually was.
I would say mine, and this is not a dig at him, was John McDonald.
He was probably my second.
I thought this dude was better than fucking Derek Jeter. Like I genuinely, based off of the defensive plays, when I was a kid, I was like, this is the greatest baseball player I've ever seen, John McDonald. And then right now, I look at his stats. I'm like, this motherfucker barely hit above his body weight. One season, he barely hit above his body weight. I can't believe how good I thought John McDonald was. And I will say this, very good fielder. Yes. But when I was younger, I genuinely thought this dude was the second coming of Christ. Based off how good he was defensively, I must have not paid attention to the at-bats because this dude couldn't hit fucking water out of a boat.
Agreed.
That was my guy through rose-tinted? What is it, rose-colored glasses? I don't know.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Where did Shohei Ohtani land this offseason?
He's a Dodger, I'm afraid.
I was going to say the same thing, too.
He's the most obvious Dodger ever, too.
I know. Imagine living in LA and saying, yeah, I want to go to Seattle. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, fucking right.
Yeah. The only thing I could see is if Ohtani came here, I would say Toronto has a massive, how cultured Toronto is. It is a massive growing Japanese. I think I read that in an article. It's like a very fastly growing Japanese culture or population here. That's the only way I could see him doing it. But I just don't think he would ever come here unless the Jays just back up the Brinks truck.
I
right?
will pay for my Japanese roommate, one of my best buddies, to be our translator to talk to Shohei at every game.
Yeah. Need it. Bad.
It'll happen for sure. Okay.
Need it.
Who are some guys we don't want the Jays to sign or trade for this offseason? I don't want Cody Bellinger.
Me neither. I've been on this hill since last year, I think, about Cody Bellinger. His numbers were so inflated this year. Maybe he's just good again, but the sample size that he has of being bad compared to being good. I mean, this is a guy that was like, I think he released by the Dodgers, DFA'd. I don't remember what happened with the Dodgers with him, but they didn't want him.
He was just a free agent.
Yeah, they just didn't want him. But yeah, Cody Bellinger is the top of the list for me. And I don't know how I feel. I saw YJ's tweet this. I don't know how I feel about the Candyman, Candelario. I don't know if I want him either.
Yeah, I would like him for, like, if he's a cheap guy, sure, he's a good replacement.
But he's not going to be, especially in this market.
No, exactly. When
third
base is shit. For me, Bellinger, it was that I forget who tweeted it, but the stat of his average with 2 strikes the past 3 years, it had been like 150, 160, and then he hit 297 or something with 2 strikes this year. It's like, surely that'll continue to happen over a 5-year contract where he gets paid a ton.
Yeah. Wow. Let me answer one because I'll also ask a question for you, Avery.
Yeah.
Hypothetical scenario. You're somewhere in the American Midwest. It's 2:30 a.m. outside a gentleman's club. Do you A, call an Uber home, B, go get drunk food, C, carpool across state lines with a random drug dealer to the casino? What do you do, Avery?
What should I do, or what have I done historically?
Okay, answer what you should have done, but answer what you did in Cincinnati.
I should have gone home. Okay. I was with Curtis, though, and these guys were nice guys.
There's tons of nice drug dealers around there.
Yeah, we went across state lines. I'm gonna do my alto questions for you now because these are very good. I got 3 good ones for you.
Okay.
Fuck, marry, kill. Your sayings. Now we go. She's the hottest girl I've ever seen, and bury me under there.
Okay. I'm going to marry Now We Go because that's like my thing. Like people see me now at the bars, they say Now We Go. Like that's like my signature thing is Now We Go. I even got fucking Bassett saying it. Fuck. Bury me under.
Okay.
Bury me under there and kill She's the hottest girl I've ever seen. Because that's like whatever. But
I think you say she's the hottest girl I've ever seen more than the other 2, though. And
but that's the thing, though, is like the what was I gonna say? The Now We Go thing is my signature saying. Like that's my thing. Like people talk about like that's my thing. I got that shit fucking trademarked. But the other 2, whatever. Like those are interchangeable. I don't care about the other 2. But those are my things right there.
Okay. How many languages can you say hello in?
Ni hao. I want to say 7.
Okay. What are they?
Ciao in Italian, bonjour French, hola Spanish, hello obviously English, ni hao, Japanese. I think that is. Okay, maybe 5. I don't know. Yeah,
good.
5.
Can you name all the provinces and territories?
No.
Try.
Okay. British Columbia.
Yep.
Alberta.
Yep.
Ontario.
Yep.
Quebec.
Yeah.
New Brunswick.
Yeah.
Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Manitoba.
Yep.
PEI.
Yeah.
Yellowknife.
No.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Northwest Territories.
Yeah.
Yukon.
Yeah. 'Yep. 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 'Yep No. Yeah, you're missing two.
I don't know.
One
Yep.
territory, one province.
Did I say Alberta?
Yeah, you
Quebec?
missed Newfoundland.
Okay, Newfoundland, and
I forget what other territory you're missing, but that was pretty good.
that was decent.
That was
People are
all
gonna be
right.
mad about that segment right there, but whatever. Sorry to all those listeners in those territories and provinces, but
Okay. Someone asked if the Blue Jays need a grit player, not a blue collar guy, but someone who plays with some intensity and heart. Um, I think that just
baseball
like
have that? Like who would be
Brett,
that guy?
Brett Gardner.
Yeah. Bring back Brett Gardner.
No,
Yeah.
I think good players are good players, and it doesn't matter how they play. Like Ronald Acuna Jr. is not a grit player. He's fucking fantastic.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I think that's kind of overrated.
Yeah.
This is the YJ's question. Can we get the pod's feeling on the fact that Christian Yelich will be traded to the Blue Jays?
Christian Yelich has a fucking noodle arm. An absolute noodle. Verbal meme, the bunny from Looney Tunes, arm like this, and it's just dangling. He has a goddamn noodle arm. But a little bit of pop from the left side. I wouldn't hate Christian Yelich.
I think he'll be better than Bellinger this upcoming season.
That's not that's a good take.
I think Bellinger's going to regress to probably not when he was the worst hitter in baseball over 2 full seasons, but
like Christian Yelich last year, 124 OPS plus, 3.6 WAR, 153 hits, 278 average. Like, yeah, give me that motherfucker on this club now.
Give us Corbin Burns, Christian Yelich, Willie Adames.
And we'll give you every single prospect in the system, the entire top 25.
Yeah, exactly. Can we get thoughts on Paul Ross and Mr. Baby's 10 trades? I'll answer this before. My favorite Paul Ross trade is the Blue Jays trading Ricky, Leo, Tanner Morris to the Astros for Kyle Tucker. Would never happen. Kyle Tucker in a Blue Jays uniform would be fucking awesome.
It would be awesome, Avery.
And my favorite Mr. Baby trade he did. These are on their Twitters. They did the 10 trade segment that I did last week. The Jays get Jose Miranda and the Twins get Connor Cook, Trevor Richards. I like that one. Jose Miranda swings the big stick.
Yep. Would love that.
If Ohtani signs with the Blue Jays, are you willing to donate $1,000 to charity?
Yes. If Ohtani signs with the Blue Jays, I will commit $1,000 to charity.
Okay, I can help you out a little bit on that. As long as we get a tax receipt.
So the ball's in your court, Shohei, like the Shohei Ohtani like charity.
Yeah.
I know someone that doesn't. That's a beat writer, but does Shohei Ohtani like charity? Now,
what did you do to the Humane Society or something?
No,
or
I would donate to the Bassett Fund.
Bassett Fund. I like that. I like that too. Okay. Top 3 most famous people you've seen at Paris, Texas.
Scotty Barnes. Oh, wait, no, I wasn't there for that. That was Alto that was at that night. Andrew Schultz, obviously. I remember me and Alto dabbed them up. Or that was Curtis. Andrew
Musgrove?
Schultz. What?
Joe Musgrove.
Yeah, I guess Joe Musgrove. I mean, multi-millionaire. Joe Musgrove, who was there with us, and Brandon Tanev, I think, was there. I know a decent some of the NHLers.
Well, Brandon Tanev was there while we were having dinner with Bryson.
Yeah. So. Yeah. We've seen a decent amount of that place is always bumping. I think there's been more. Actually, sorry. Marner was there when we were there. And so was Sheldon Keefe. Yeah.
Coach and player just getting active. I love that.
That place is fucking awesome. That Avery's birthday party there. I'm booking it tomorrow. Calling him tomorrow. I'm booking it.
Let's go. Okay. Go-to pickups at the LCBO, 1 per category: mixed drink, cooler, beer, hard liquor. I go my mixed drink cooler. I'll go Cottage Springs. I like them.
Yeah.
If not that,
I agree.
High Noons. My hard liquor, I will go with Grey Goose every time. I really enjoy Grey Goose.
Fuck.
And then
we'll go back and forth. I'm Tito's. I'm a Tito's guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then beer, just whatever I'm drinking. Usually Miller Lite or I'll dabble in something small.
This is where we defer. I am a Michelob Ultra guy until I die. That's the only beer that I really drink is Ultras and Modelo's. Obviously, I'm a big Modelo guy as well. Thank you to Musgrove. But yeah, it's Modelo's or Michelob Ultras for me. And then the other two already answered.
Okay. You can keep one, Vlad. or Bo Bichette? Who do we pick?
Bo Bichette. I mean, come on, what are we doing?
I know we've talked about this
Bo
too.
Bichette plays a way harder position. He's really good defensively at it now. And the guy fucking rakes. He's the only guy that's consistently raked out of those two guys his entire career. Like Vladdy was a bum last year. Call it what it is. Barely above league average hitter. That's the cold hard fact.
I would love. Oh my god, I haven't done this yet. I would like to go through the weighted runs created plus leaders of first basemen who were better than Vladdy this year.
Tomorrow you could tweet that.
Okay.
That could be a slanderous post.
Yes. Well, I don't want to do that to him. I want him to be better. Okay. Did we ever think the podcast would get this big? And who's a player we want to do an interview with that we haven't even talked to?
Did I think this podcast would be big? I'd be lying if I said no. I wouldn't have got into this. You don't get into things thinking that they're not going to be as big as you want, like thinking they're not going to explode. I've always thought, obviously, at the start, it was difficult. We're getting like 150 listeners, like 200 listeners maybe, which was obviously still good for a podcast that just started. But now it's crazy how many downloads we get, obviously, especially in the fucking offseason. I can't believe you guys like listening to the fucking Blue Jays podcast in the offseason. I mean, I guess we're not really a talk about the Blue Jays. We get the players on. But yeah, I mean, I always thought it'd be this big, to be honest with you, man. To this quickly, no. But I always obviously had the inkling and obviously trusted that the trust of the process, this podcast could always going to be this big.
And the player?
Kevin Gossman, obviously. I mean, this is a guy, crazy story.
Now I'm thinking Bo Bichette because Gossman is doing stuff.
Yeah, I hate the fact that he did that before he did Gate 14. I don't like that, to be honest with you. But yeah, maybe Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette would be awesome, but I don't think he would be as funny and like as outgoing as the guys we have had on. We've been really lucky with like Ernie, Schneider, Horwitz, Swanie, like all these guys, Bassett, like all of them are really outgoing. They're comfortable with us. They let it fly. I don't think Bo Bichette would, you know?
No, but that's where I'd like to be with him is where I'm getting at.
Yeah, for sure.
Where we can snap it around a little
bit.
Yeah. Let's skip that one. When are we going to have Doc on the pod? Doc is on every single episode. That's his voice saying yep at the start of every episode.
Turn your mic up a little bit, but no, Doc says he'll never come on the pod, which is fine. I respect it. I did a face reveal with him on Friday, but he's done multiple already on social media. Unfortunately, guys, I don't think Dr. Arnett will ever be coming on this podcast. It sucks because I'd love to have him on. I've offered him multiple times. I said, well, what do we have to do? He'll never do it, which is fine. He's not a clout guy. I respect it.
Okay, what current Blue Jay would you most want to marry your future daughter? Well, if I had a daughter right now because they're of age, that's what we'll go with, not future daughter.
Yes. Kevin Gossman.
Yeah, he seems like a great guy.
He seems like just such a good fucking dude. Like he really does.
I think Kirk would be a faithful, loving husband.
Maybe because no one would want to fuck him, but no disrespect, Kirk. I was a joke. But yeah, it'd probably be like Kirk or Gossman, just two like class act guys. Or honestly, like Horwitz is a good dude. Ernie would be a great fucking son-in-law. Ernie would be the greatest son-in-law ever.
Okay, top 3 holiday songs.
I'm a big Mistletoe guy. We all know that. I love Mistletoe. All I Want for Christmas Is You is obviously up there as well. Holly Jolly Christmas is a good one too. I heard that today. That's a really good one. There's tons, man. There really is. I never get bored of them, to be honest with you, man. It's like 1 month a year.
I know. I have a really bad one that me and my younger brother like to play every morning that my mom hates on Christmas. It's the Saint Brick intro by Gucci Mane on the album The Return of East Atlanta Santa.
Yeah,
that is I'm a big Christmas music fan. I like the Mariah Carey All I Want for Christmas Is You. But yeah, The Return of East Atlanta Santa, great album. Gucci Mane, that's probably my favorite holiday song.
Yeah.
What would we give up realistically for Juan Soto? I don't know when people say realistically.
Because there's no realistic situation of Juan Soto.
Exactly. But the thing is based on when you can sign him. So the realistic part is that he'd be a free agent after next year, right? That's why the price is bumped down a little bit, you'd have to think you'd want to be able to re-sign him after. And from all talks, it seems like he's going to be traded. So I don't know. You give up
He's a
3.
Yankee. Congrats, Yankees.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick if he's a Yankee.
He's so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
He is
Really
so fucking good. If he goes to the Yankees, I am gonna be so physically ill if this guy is a Yankee because I love him so much. He is awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Hey, congratulations, Yankees fans.
Yeah.
The best games we had in college.
I mean, come on, the Grand Slam game. We've all heard about that.
Yeah. I think my first game I ever played, the first season of my freshman year, was like one of my best outings. And then my second last game ever was like one of my good outings. But when I came back to the OUA, I only hit home runs in games that I pitched in as well, which is kind of rock star shit.
Shohei shit.
Yeah, I hit 3 home runs that year, and I was pitching in all of them. So, you know what? That was the best we did. Now my arm doesn't work, so who cares about that?
Yeah.
The 7 ERA lives forever. Where did our love for baseball, the Blue Jays, come from?
It's just generic answer, I guess. Like my parents. Honestly, like playing with my brother growing up and my nunno and nunna, because that's who kind of raised me. Playing in their driveway with my brother, like playing MLB the Bigs. I just remember a massive component of my life was watching Cubs games at 2:00 on weekdays. Like, you know how they always had the day games, obviously? That was like a massive part of my life, watching like the Mark Pryor, Kerry Wood. That kind of helped me fall in love with it as well. But yeah, there's multiple components. Obviously, my stepdad, like there's like tons of stuff that are a reason why I fell in love with baseball.
Yeah, I don't know why I fell in love, because my dad played hardball growing up because he lived in such a small town. So I guess he got me into it. But yeah, Doc, my favorite Blue Jay of all time, he really made me fall in love with baseball.
Yeah.
What are the chances you fall in love with the Corona rooftop in 2024?
We'll see. Like it's so I don't like being up there. You know? I don't like being up there. You can't see the game. You can't hear the game.
No
one up there gives a flying fuck about what's going on down there. It's kind of my personal hell being up there. I'll say it. And no disrespect, it's a great idea.
If you didn't like baseball that much, you'd love it there.
Yes.
Because it's just.
But I want to watch the game.
I know. I'm there with you too.
Yeah.
Someone wants to know how we met and decided to start the podcast. We told
that story so many times. I don't even want
to. Okay. Start, bench, cut. Tin roof, Paris, Texas, broad house.
That's a great question.
He put Park Social in there, but I decided to change it to the Bowling Green student bar.
Switch it up. Paris, Texas, dog and bear, tin roof.
Okay. That's going to be in the award show for sure.
For bar of the year?
Bar of the year.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. We got to get the owner of the bar somehow on the line to accept this award. But I'm going to marry. This is fucking hard.
Start, bench, cut. We don't have to
start, bench, cut. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to start Paris, Texas.
Okay.
Fuck. I'm going to bench tin roof, and I'm going to cut dog and bear.
Okay.
Fuck.
Totally opposite. I'm starting tin roof, benching dog and bear, cutting Paris, Texas.
That's the dumbest thing. You have a girlfriend though. That's why. Okay, that's fine. I guess that makes sense.
I mean, I don't like country music as much as I like getting fucked up in Ohio for really cheap.
Yeah.
And house music at dog and bear. If we did temperatures of the bars, we could reverse the order because dog and bear is far too hot inside. But
yeah,
I'm tin roof forever. Okay. Will you shave your beard if the Jays get Ohtani?
No. This beard has been a game changer. I have people saying I'm good looking. Like people go like, "Oh, your hands." Like I have people complimenting me now, and I look at old videos of me on Gate 14, like a month ago, when I have like a shaved face. Holy fuck, do I look terrible? Who the fuck let me shave my face? Who told me that shit? I look like dog shit with a shaved face. Fuck.
Yeah, I think you did it one. You just trimmed it one day. I was like, why'd you do that? And
Yeah.
you
Thank
said,
God we got this all figured out.
okay, if
But
you were to wake up tomorrow morning and magically become CEO of the Jays fan experience department, one thing you'd immediately implement and one thing you'd get rid of. I know what I'd get rid of.
what?
Everybody clap your hands.
That would be immediately scrapped. That would be gone. Get that shit the fuck out of there. That, as well as like just the in-game fan experience things they do. Like the trivia is so repetitive. It's the same thing.
But think of it as
They
someone
gotta
who
do a race. Give me a fucking race around the Rogers Center. Like that shit's electric. Like that
yes,
gets the fans going. Like don't
yes.
do the little fucking ball under the hat shit. Like give me the experience of like let me race someone. You know, like let someone race someone. Like let a drunk dude out there to race someone.
Yep.
You know, give me that shit. That's what we want to see.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what else I'd come up with. I do think you should think of it more from a one time a year fan experience, not the fact that we go to a bunch of the games, because then, of course, I think everywhere would get repetitive, right?
Yeah.
I think some race of hot dogs or prime ministers or something would be
Yes.
awesome.
Yes, dude.
That's a very good one. If you could pick one athlete from any other sport to play for the Blue Jays, who would it be?
Who like what's like a hand eye?
I don't even know.
AJ Brown? He has a nice swing.
He almost got drafted, or he might have gotten drafted.
He did get drafted. AJ Brown would be my guy. He has a really nice fucking swing. Or
Okay.
Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, I guess. He was decently good. I mean, first round pick, so he's definitely good.
Okay, I'll go easy fucking answer. You're an idiot for not knowing this. Jameis Winston on the fucking Toronto Blue Jays would be awesome.
He throws fucking fuzz.
Yeah.
So.
And he played his freshman year at Florida State. People forget.
Yeah.
Favorite Blue Jay of all time and why? Roy Halladay made me fall in love with baseball, pitching, all of that.
I loved Carlos Delgado, man. He was like the first Blue Jay that I remember as a kid, like when I fell in love with baseball, watching and being like, this dude is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like from the left side, really good finish on his swing. I can't mimic it. Like it's like a upright kind of finish with his swing where he just like, it looked like he didn't give a shit when he was swinging the baseball bat. He was the best. I mean, that 4 home run game video, there's literally no one there. By the way, the old Sky Dome was one of the ugliest stadiums I've ever seen in my life. Like,
hasn't changed, brother.
No. Multiple shit has changed. The turf was like light green.
Yeah.
The windows in center actually kind of rocked. I do miss the car in center field. Do you remember that? They used to have a car in center field. If you hit the car, someone in the stadium got a car. You want to talk about the fan experience? You bring that shit back.
Yep.
You bring let's start the campaign. I'll hashtag tweet it tomorrow. Bring the car back in center field. Give me the car. Give me the fucking car in center field.
I like that. The first time I ever remember as a child seeing someone and being like, that guy is the coolest person I've ever seen was Orlando Hudson as a Blue Jay.
Oh, his voice rocks.
I don't even think it was his voice. I just thought he was really, really cool, and he was cool. So,
O-Dog's the fucking man.
The top 3 Blue Jays teams you've ever watched, rank them by year. 21's got to be up there. 16 and 15 is where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say, okay. 2015, because of that run they had, like that second half was bananas. Like that was like the most fun I've ever had watching baseball. Because honestly, Avery, they just never lost. Like that second half, that was insane. So 2015 for me is one. This sounds like loser talk, but 2021 was incredible.
Oh no, I'm right there.
Like that team not making the playoffs is gonna affect me when I'm like 90 years old and be like, that 2021 Blue Jays team, if they get in the playoffs, it's like the Rangers from this year.
They are the Texas Rangers.
They win the World Series with ease.
100%.
That team was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Insane. I think they broke the record for most home runs in a year. You had Marcus Semien, Bo Bichette, Vladian is like when he was raking. Jano was launching baseballs into orbit. Oh my God, that 2021 Blue Jays team, man. That was easily the best team of my lifetime.
Yeah, and then I'll go 2016 third. I'm same there
Yeah, 2016 third.
because
Yeah.
deep run wasn't as fun as the
Sorry,
15 team.
correction. The 2015 team was the best team in my lifetime. 2021 was some of the most fun I've ever had throughout an entire season watching a baseball team.
Yep. Do we think that the Jays have the dollar amount to get Ohtani? Yes. I mean, you can just look that up.
The
Rogers.
Jays are the second richest or the most richest ownership group in baseball, albeit I know it's an entire company, not a human, like not an individual that runs the team, but they have, statistically speaking, the most money in all of baseball. They should be able to get a guy like Ohtani. Honestly, with ease. You get Ohtani, Avery. This isn't a hot take. You get Ohtani, you pay back majority of that contract the first year.
Yeah.
Every fucking game is sold out. The jersey sales would be bananas. Like the giveaway, like just
think of all the sponsors you'd get from Japan too. You watch an Angels game and half of the sponsors are Japanese companies.
I just don't know how you don't throw $550 million at Ohtani. You make that back in fucking 4 years, not even with the amount of revenue you make just based off of him being on your team.
100%, brother. Agree with you. Anything we would change about our baseball journeys as players?
No, to be honest, because the official doesn't start if I don't go to McCook and meet all the big guys. Gate 14 definitely obviously doesn't fucking start. I think I can't. If I change one thing, this never happened. So
if I don't fail out of Newman, I don't meet JR, which in turn doesn't get me working at owner's box, which doesn't start this. Like the only thing I would change is probably work a little bit harder, but I've watched baseball from the bench my whole life pretty much on good teams, so I've seen good baseball.
Yeah.
I think that's helped me be able to analyze and break stuff down, I think. So it might have been good for me actually. Okay, our favorite moment from this season. I had a tough time thinking about my favorite moment.
It's easy for me. Danny Jansen home run on Mother's Day. Walk-off home run.
He didn't hit a...
Yes.
What am I...
Or it was a walk-off double, sorry.
Yeah. That was the Braves, right? Yeah.
Yes, the Braves. The Danny Jansen walk-off against the Braves for me. Because I remember they were kind of dead and gone that game. And that game, the Jays were playing with kind of like house money, to be honest with you. They won the first 2 games of the series. Game 3, it's like whatever, they're losing. Come all the way back. And then Jano, obviously sentimental because it's his wife's first Mother's Day, hits a walk-off double in front of his wife and his kid and his, like, I'm assuming his family might have been there. But that game was awesome. And then number 2, I'm going to give 2, is the Chris Bassett complete game shutout.
Against the Braves, same series.
Yeah, against the Braves, dog walking Spencer Strider, like just alphaing the fuck out of him. That game was fun as shit too.
And I think my favorite was opening day.
The Kiermaier catch, yeah, that was a good one too.
No.
You know what's an underrated moment that we didn't talk about?
Like opening day in St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis. Okay. One moment we don't talk about enough, and I might bring that back on Twitter, was when Bo Bichette put a hole in the flight deck. Do you remember that? Against the Mariners? Me and Alto were sitting behind home plate, and he hits a ball, and I'm looking at Alto, like, after hit, I was like, that was 500 feet. Like, I was sitting behind home plate, and this ball just never landed. Like, it just continued to rise. That home run, we got to find that, Avery. We got to tweet that tomorrow. That home run was insane.
Yeah. But didn't they lose that game too, and they didn't end up sweeping them? That's what happened.
Yeah, I think that was game 3. Yeah, that was game 3. But that home run was incredible. Incredible.
Agreed. You have a couple more here. I think we can just do one. Who do we want in the final rotation spot?
Man, seeing Big Dick Rick win the pitcher of the... By the way, we didn't talk about that. Congratulations to BDR.
I think we did.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay, but like seeing him in the 5 hole of the rotation, albeit doesn't really throw that many innings, kind of goes like 3 innings every start, 5 innings to start. But god damn it, that'd be exciting. And that's why I hate to say I do think Kikuchi might get moved, just based on the fact that this they could honestly get a pretty decent bat for, like, that contract's looking awfully team friendly now. I would love to see Ricky T be the 5 guy, to be honest with you. Like, what would the rotation be? Gossman, Bassett, Barrios, Manoah, and then Ricky T.
We're gonna need 5.
I said 5.
No, sorry, we're gonna need 6 guys. Probably.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know then. I
Well,
want to see Ricky T because it'd be fucking electric having a young arm
who
up
are we
there.
missing? What pitcher are we missing here?
Kikuchi.
Kikuchi. That's who we're
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah. Missing Kuchi.
Okay.
But yeah, that'd probably be my ideal 5.
Yeah, I didn't get to all of them here, but I think we got through that pretty quickly.
Yeah, that was a good one. I don't know if people are gonna like this. We'll see. I mean, we'll try it again in a couple months. Obviously, next episode we have a guest coming on. Next episode, obviously planned. Recording it Wednesday. And there's one special guy I'm really, really trying to get on. I'm really hammering away to get this on. Get this guy on because it'll break the fucking internet. It will break the fucking internet. There's 2 guys I'm really trying. For. And I'm going to keep working the phone lines with Bassett to get Gossman on this podcast. Yeah. I'm going to mention it today. Or whenever we play Fortnite with Bassett, I'm going to be like, what do we got to do to get Gossman on this podcast? But I think Bassett will make it happen. But yeah, anyways, man, like I said, number 1 on the chart still. I love you guys, man. Being number 1 is fucking insane. Still looking at it, and we're still there. Obviously, I know it's off season, whatever. The haters are gonna say it's off season. Yeah, whatever. We're still producing content. So is everyone else. So appreciate you guys, man. Let's have ourselves a week, massive week. We got Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, tons of college basketball games, international break for football or for soccer. Sorry, Italy, biggest game of their life tomorrow against Ukraine. But yeah, let's fucking have ourselves a week. Happy Thanksgiving to our American listeners, and we will chat next week. It'll be a little bit shorter of us talking, but player interview as well. And Christmas album coming soon. Gate 14 awards in the next couple of weeks. We'll be recording that, and big stuff coming up here. Let's make a transaction. Can we get a fucking transaction, please? I want to talk about something. I want an emergency pod more than I need air to breathe. Okay.